Mr. Sandman, bring me a dream.
Hey everybody, welcome to the show. I'm your host Sandman. Today I have a pretty cool unboxing. I have a bunch of stuff that I purchased from eBay. I started the unboxing and then my phone just said, I'm not gonna work today. It's a brand new iPhone 15 Pro Max. It's the most expensive phone they've ever released, and it's going to be my last iPhone because I've had nothing but problems with it. But this video is not about my crappy iPhone. It is going to be about these cool lockpicking books that I purchased off of eBay. I've been seeing these guys popping up, and I was like, all right, I'll bite. And they were within my budget. These things are like $5-10 each, and I think I got like a bundle of like 3 of these or something like that. I have a lot of books. I have over 77 PDF books on how to pick locks. I have a pretty good collection there, but I never read them. I don't like reading things in PDF. I'm a Generation Xer, and it's not my thing. And so I'm slowly trying to build up my actual physical copy collection and review everything individually, and that's what I plan on doing. That was very, this is ridiculous. Who packs their stuff like that? No complaints because it's in a decent condition, but still, that was kind of weird. So far, I've unpacked this improvised lockpicks and secrets of lockpicking. I can't wait to tear into these books and show you why they're probably just garbage. But then again, the information when these books did come out in the anywhere between the 70s and the 80s was probably very limited. But that's why, old Sandman hasn't written a book yet, because there's just, unless you really know what you're talking about, come on, like, why are we writing a book here? So, like, some of the stuff that I want to show you is just awful, and some of it's pretty cool, and some of it tells a story and teaches the history of locksport and lockpicking. So, sorry about that. My neighbor drives a really big truck because he's got a really small desk space. So, check out this practical course in modern locksmithing. I got this in a week ago, and then I also got in this. This is a dissertation on locks and lock picking and the principles of burglar proofing, showing the advantages attending the use of the magic infallible bank lock, the infallible safe lock, and the patent door lock, invented by Linus Yale Jr. So this, I believe, may be written by Linus Yale Jr., but I don't think it is. It just says that these tools were invented by Linus Yale Jr., so this could be written by somebody else. I still got to get into this. I've also already kind of previewed this dissertation. Has absolutely nothing about lockpicking, and this is essentially just a catalog for the infallible bank lock and infallible safe lock. I purchased this on eBay. I guarantee I have the PDF copy, but this was selling for like $10. I was like, that's cheaper than going to the FedEx and having them laminate and all this other stuff for me. So I was like, we'll go ahead and buy it. Also about mastering the fine art of lock picking. Can you all see that there in here? Mastering the fine art of lock picking. This is probably one of the worst books I've seen so far. It is absolutely terrible gobbledygook. I love that it's like mastering the fine art, and yet what it has is essentially Google sketches, like not Google, Doodle sketches here. I mean, just terrible, awful depictions of locks. Like, that's a warded lock apparently. I mean, just terrible images and designs. I could commission an 8-year-old and get better than this. So I'm very not. Look at this. This is how you pick a lock, folks. Okay, yeah, that's a thing. I mean, there's nothing in here that's worth a value at all. It's literally somebody like, I learned how to pick locks in 2 weeks and I wrote a book about it. So I like come across this stuff. It's fun for my collection, and I like to be able to help people when they're trying to come out. This practical course in modern locksmithing, this has nothing on lockpicking that I was able to find, but we will read the whole thing. And then let's see here. So we have How to Fit Keys by Impressioning. So looking forward to that. Some of these I think are Paladin Press books, and I think they originate from the 80s. I think Paladin Press started in the 80s. Let's see here. 1975, revised edition. 1974, Desert Publications. I'll have to look. Maybe Desert Publications may be one of those publications that was acquired by Paladin Press. Greeley, Colorado. I know Paladin Press was actually based out of Boulder, Colorado. And so I don't know if this falls in with that press, but this is Desert Publications. I guarantee that these were acquired by Paladin Press. I have a feeling. Let's see. How to Open Locks Without Keys or Picks. Huh. Confidential. Well, you know what? When I write a book, I'm going to write a book someday on lockpicking. I guarantee it. And I'm probably just going to rip off Mark Tobias because he did the best book ever. I'm not going to rip him off. He's a lawyer. But I am going to stamp confidential off on the cover of it. And that's going to bring all the boys to the yard because they're like, ding, it's better than yours. Anyways, and I'll have to charge $500. People will pay. Somebody out there will pay. This is cool. These are all bypass techniques. Interesting. I've seen these on YouTube. Here's the deal about bypass techniques and a lot of stuff that you see on YouTube. It's just people rehashing the same stuff over and over and over from previous YouTube guys. And it's pretty annoying. And so you get some guy like, hey guys, here's how to get into zip ties. And it's like, there's nobody teaching that actually. You just learned it from YouTube and now you're regurgitating it. So Desert Publications, I guarantee these were acquired by, based out of Arizona. I have a feeling these were acquired by Paladin Press because it's sitting in the title Paladin Press. I've never heard of this Desert Publication, but I'll get into it. Oh, look at that. Look at these amazing drawings of these picks. Oh man, some of these people had no earthly idea what they were talking about at all, but we're going to find out. I mean, this talks about rocker picks and picks for tumbler locks and I'll take the therapist for 500, Trebek. No, rapping, not raping, rapping. This subject is hardly worth mentioning. That's bumping. That's what rapping is. So they used to call that rapping. I guarantee it. Technique of rapping. Basically, this entails striking the body of the lock with a plastic. Oh, no, I'm an idiot. This is rapping. That's what that is. That's like McNally stuff. We'll figure it out. We'll read it. Police Guide to Lock, formerly titled The Police Guide to Lockpicking. Some reason I don't believe that's probably true, but it's 1976. Who knows? Let's see here. Secrets of Lockpicking. Okay, let's see what the secrets are. Lock identification, pin tumbler, wafer tumbler, double wafer locks, pin and wafer tumbler locks, warded lever locks, tubular cylinder, mushroom spool pin tumbler locks, magnetic locks, disc tumbler locks. Tips for success. Okay. Oh, I don't like that they're using a bobby pin as a lifter pick, but I do, like the drawings already. They at least use I don't know, I'm not a computer, but they at least tried a little bit harder in here. That's not terrible. This is actually really good. Shackle. People were very helpful in my video where I was like, is this called a locking dog? What is this called? People were like, it's called a locking pawl. And I knew it was a locking pawl on handcuffs. I just didn't know if it was considered a locking pawl on padlocks as well. And I appreciate people helping me with that because I am an idiot. Tubular lock cylinders. Let me tell you something. So this book, one thing that I've noticed, I have a lot of books from the 80s and the 70s. This is 1987. This is 76. Let's put them in chronological order here. 87, 76. The Jimy and how to use it. That's not even, it's a crowbar. Okay. This says 2008, but that's not correct. There's no way that's correct. That's just, you know what? This Greeley, Colorado, guarantee this was probably a library or where it's being sold. See Paladin, Boulder, Colorado. There's no date on this. A lot of the Paladin stuff were written by ghostwriters that were hired that probably had no experience whatsoever. A lot of the Hitman books. There's a book by Paladin Press called Hitman, and it was actually written by a single mother. And it's a really unique story written behind it. And she obviously wasn't a hitman. She was just a ghostwriter for fictional books. So, no idea. We'll just call this sometime in the 80s. Maybe 90s. Paladin Press. You laugh. You're funny. 1974. I wouldn't be surprised if this is 70s because I'm just going to go with that. Let's see here. 75. Revised as 74. Okay. And then this guy right here. 71. And this guy goes like, I don't know, sometime in the late or mid 1800s, but this doesn't really count. Oh, this guy, here we go. '89. Okay, so that's more recent. So this is actually the most recent of all of them. So this one's gobbledygook. But I'm looking forward to getting into these. There's a lot of neat stuff in here. I wouldn't be surprised if there's some hidden gems in here. And I love seeing the history of lockpicks and lockpick design in these, because you get people that are like, oh, I invented this. I invented the monkey paw. No, you didn't. It was actually first shown in the lockpick, is it with the lockpick design manual in 1988, or am I confusing that with a different one? But I got a book from 1988 that shows a monkey paw. So, you know, maybe great minds think alike, or maybe people are just inspired from other people's work, and, you know, it is what it is. So I will be getting into these, looking forward to it. I have noticed what I was trying to get at with all that. These books coming from the 70s and the 80s, they mention Schlage wafer locks a lot, and they mention a lot about tubular locks. I am getting the impression, and I would love to talk to an old school locksmith about this, but I'm getting the idea that essentially Schlage was really known for its wafer locks 50 to 75 years ago, and tubular locks, okay, I don't have one on my desk here, but tubular locks, the type you see on candy machines and vending machines, were actually considered like new technology, and not necessarily high security, but security features that differentiated from a traditional North American pin tumbler lock, where you have a single pin stack that's in line and it's on top of a keyway. So instead, now we have tubular locks that are in a circle. And I think that's really neat that these books talk about it like, oh, this is like the new thing and here's how to defeat it. That's kind of cool. But at the same time, it really eats up a lot of space of, you know, what I'm really trying to get into is it going to talk about lock tolerances? Is it going to talk about binding order? Is it going to talk about the 4 different pin states? Is it going to talk about the feedback from different security pins? Is it going to show me different profiles and the purposes of the profiles and who invented the profiles and for what reason for? Or are we really all just scratching at the dark and just creating things to shove inside locks? I fear for the worst there, but I am looking for the history of lock picking, and we will find it eventually, my friends. That's all I have for today. Let me know in the comments down below. Which one should I review first? The Mastering the Art of Lock Picking, The Secrets of Lock Picking, How to Open Locks Without Keys or Picks, Improvised Lock Picks, Lock Picking Simplified, How to Fit Keys by Impressioning, or The Practical Course in Modern Locksmithing, or perhaps another book that I have in my collection that you've seen that I have refused to review. Now, I have literally 100 things I need to review, and I just haven't got around to it. That's all I have for today, folks. Remember, I am not rich. I am irresponsible. Just ask my wife. I love you all, and I'll catch you all next time.
Mr. Sandman, bring us